Morning guys, welcome back to another video. So today I thought we would do a how I clean, prep, tidy the spare room and guest bathroom before we have friends to stay, as we have friends coming to stay this weekend. But I thought we'd do it a bit differently. I thought we'd do it as kind of just a chatty video. So normally when I do these kind of longer cleaning videos, I do it with a voiceover and talk you through exactly how I'm doing it and what I'm doing and what I'm using. But I've done a few of those recently, so I think you guys kind of get the gist of how I like to do my cleans. So I thought we'd just make this a lot more casual, have a general chat about what's going on at the moment, the wedding, anything really, whatever comes to mind. But I know this is criminal. I'm a bedding ironer. I can't do anything about it. I always have been, I always will be, whether it's for me or whether it's for my guests. So I do need to start by just ironing the bedding because I really like fresh sheets, guys. This isn't something I've gatekeeped. I've been banging on about this for a little while, and I know some people think that it's such a waste of time, but for me, when I was obviously living at home and when I grew up, my mum always ironed our bedding, and there's something about it that just feels so, I don't know, is it homely? I don't know, but there's something about it. I just really enjoy the feeling of freshly ironed bed sheets, so it is something that I did continue to do once I moved out. But no, I completely understand that, you know, if you have a much busier life, you are not going to have time for this. And it's incredible because I will moan to Connor and moan to my friends about, oh my God, it's been so busy with work and everything else. But it's amazing how I can find 10 minutes to iron my bedding. Like, no matter what is going on around me, no matter what else needs my attention, I will iron my bedding. So I'm doing that for the spare room. I washed these sheets yesterday and they have been drying overnight, so they're now dry. So I'm just going to give these a quick once over. I don't know if I do this the right or the wrong way. Well, I think I do it the wrong way, but does anyone else? Like, we have friends to stay quite often. I would say maybe, it varies, but probably on average like once a month. But obviously they only stay for maybe 1 or 2 nights at a time, so it's not like the bedding is ever like dirty. But I actually only take the sheets off when someone's coming to stay again. So if someone's been to stay, I don't, when they leave, strip the beds and wash them, because I do like to keep the bed made up. I just think it looks nicer. So I actually wash the sheets when I know they're coming, because in my head, like, if they don't come for like a month, that's a month of those bed sheets being sat on the bed, like, collecting dust. So I just think it's just much nicer for them to have like fresh sheets, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I said this would be chatty. I really have started this off on a ramble. No one needs to know how I clean my bed sheets. That just wasn't what anyone asked for. But the reason I think I'm feeling so chatty is that it is Friday the 15th of November today, and Connor has been away this week for work. So obviously I have been living alone. And although I've been to see my friends and my family and stuff, I have been living on my own, and I work on my own. I work from home. I'm self-employed. So it's been a very solitary week, and I think I've just got a bit of word vomit, if I'm honest. He's coming back today, so the poor guy's not going to know what's hit him when I've got so much to talk to him about. Obviously we have been chatting while he's been away, but he's away with work, so he's super busy, and the last thing he needs is me wittering on about my day. So yes, that is why I'm thinking we're going to have a real chatty vlog today. Just realised I haven't actually filled you in as to why we have friends staying this weekend. So tomorrow is my hen do take 2. So as you might know, I had my main hen do to Mallorca last month, which was just amazing. I'm still like on cloud 9 from that. But naturally, as it was abroad, not everyone could make that. So we're just having from what I understand, obviously I don't know the full details because my sister, my maid of honour, is planning it. But from what I understand, we're just having a nice girly lunch. They've booked somewhere in Bournemouth, and we're just going to have a really girly, chilled catch up. The dress code is dress to impress, which I'm really excited about, because who doesn't just love an excuse to dress up? So I bought a new dress for that, which is very, very exciting. I'll show you that when we go upstairs. But yes, that's why my friend's staying. It just means that she can have a few drinks and not have to head home on Saturday after all the fun. But I am going to get this ironing done. I'm going to stop rattling on. I'm conscious that I am just off on one today. I'm going to get this ironing done, and then I will see you upstairs, and let's have a look at what we need to get done in the spare room. So this is our spare room. I know some of you will have seen this before. It's not a room we use all that often, but it is a room that will just need a bit of a dust and a bit of a tidy up. We have a little ensuite through there which Connor uses. He did give it a Well, he gave it a very quick once over before he went away, so I don't think that's going to be quite up to my standard, I'm afraid. So I'm going to have to give that another quick going over, I think. And this is the room he uses, that bathroom, and then he's got a little wardrobe behind here as well. So we're going to crack on with getting this room sorted. I'm thinking that I'm going to start by putting the bedding on because that's the job I like the least. So I just want to get that out of the way, and then I'll go around and just get everything else clean. So no one else needs to see me out of breath and struggling to do the bedding. So I'm going to stick you on a time lapse for that. And then once that is made, we'll come back and have a little chat. Breath back enough. I'm just going to give everything a bit of a damp dust. I've just got a Dishmatic cloth which I've just got wet under the tap because again, where we don't really use this room, it just kind of gets a little bit dusty. Thought we'd just have a quick chat about sort of pre-wedding nerves. Like, it's a really weird thing because obviously, so Connor and I have been together 11 years when we get married. So I'm not nervous about marrying him, if that makes sense, because I feel like I know him pretty well at this point, and it's not actually like the being married thing that's scaring me. But we were chatting about it the other evening, and the whole idea of like the ceremony in front of people really kind of freaks me out a bit. I know that everyone there is people that we want there. Sorry, just quickly go over my plant leaves because again, these do actually get quite dusty. I know everyone there is people that we do want there, and we've chosen to be there, and they're our nearest and dearest. But the idea of like getting married in front of that many people, I do find it really daunting, I'm not going to lie. Obviously Connor's quite nervous for his speech, which I think is most grooms think that, which is totally fair enough. But yeah, the idea of like, I just need to get down the aisle, I think. Like, I'm not a particularly emotional person. It takes a lot to get me to cry. But I think the emotions on your wedding day are just so different to anything else you kind of, from what people say, that you've ever experienced, that I just don't know how I'm going to feel when I get to the top of the aisle and I see the room looking hopefully so gorgeous and just filled with people that are there to support us. And yeah, I just can't really predict how I'm going to feel, and I know it doesn't matter, but I'm just really hoping that I hold it together, because if I don't, I'm going to have some awful pictures of me going down the aisle, aren't I? And I'm going to regret that forever. So I hope I hold it together. But as I say, it's Friday the 15th right now. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to get time to edit this video, because obviously I've got my hen do tomorrow. But if I can, I'd like to get this up on Sunday the 17th. So when you're watching this time in 2 weeks, I'll be married. So it's just coming around so quickly. And we're at the really fun stage right now of sorting out like all the tiny little bits and, you know, the fun things. And I'm really enjoying it. And to be honest, everyone keeps saying to me, oh my gosh, you must be so stressed. You're at that stage right now. And I don't want to jinx it, but as it stands right now, I'm not too stressed. In fact, my friends have actually joked about me being too chilled as a bride. Like, oh, siren. Too chilled as a bride. Like, not in a bad way, but just, you know, they're like, wow, you are super chilled. But again, I think it's just because we tried to be really organised. When we first started planning this wedding, I was very much I did a spreadsheet of when I wanted to get things done and booked and bits and bobs like that. And to be honest, we kept to it. And I think that has really helped to kind of alleviate a lot of the stresses. So I'm not saying that is the answer for everyone, but for us, just keeping to our timeframes has really, really helped us. So yeah, I'm not feeling like stressed about the wedding planning. I think I'm just feeling a bit nervous for walking down the aisle, but I am just so excited. That is my overriding feeling. So I'm sure it'll come to it and I will just get over it. But yeah, that's what my thought process is at the moment. Also, this is just a little remote for a fan. We keep this in the spare room because our house is just super duper hot and we've got the shark fan in our room, and even in the winter sometimes that room just gets really warm, so we do keep the fan there all year round. So I just like to give our guests one as well because I'm conscious that it does get a little bit warm. Also, guys, I do see you. I see the comments about more Connor content, and oh my gosh, I would love there to be more Connor content because being on camera, doing this kind of thing, it's just not for him. He's quite a private person, so I would never kind of just whack a camera out and he would be totally fine, if that makes sense. He would always find that a bit uncomfortable. So we're definitely not at that stage yet. However, we are, sorry, get into the window. Ooh, is that going to stay? We are decorating our Christmas tree next Sunday. So, and obviously I do want to film that to be able to show you guys. But of course, I'm doing it with him. We always do it together. So I did say to him, I was like, would you mind if I filmed our decorating day so I can sort of show everyone how we're doing it? And he was like, yeah, that's fine. I can see it's not like his ideal bag, but he'll do it. So there will hopefully be a little bit of Connor content coming for those that are wanting to know a little bit more. But yeah, there's kind of no other reason for it other than it's just not his thing. He's not even sort of particularly active on his own social medias. He kind of keeps away from all that kind of thing. So for me to then be like, could you sit down and do a Q&A with me? Like, that's just not going to be his kind of thing. So maybe one day, but still very early days. I'm hoping you guys can still hear me when you're over there. I feel like I probably should have put a mic on for this, but we're here now, too late to change. But going back to the wedding, does anyone have any kind of advice for us on the wedding day? Because I love hearing other people's stories and anything they would recommend that we do on the wedding day. The main one I hear all the time is just make sure you carve out time for just the two of you, and we have done lots of that to make sure that, you know, we're enjoying the day together, because so many people I've spoken to have said that they just don't see their new husbands or wives on their wedding day. So I think that's a really important one for us. But yeah, if there's anything else that you guys either did on your wedding day or would say, like, just think about this or be prepared for this, I'd love to hear it. I'm here for all the advice. I know a lot of people say, oh, you know, I don't like to give unwarranted advice, but I'm asking. I'd love to hear if there's anything that you guys think we should be doing or to look out for on our wedding day. I am very conscious that this clean is taking me a long ass time because I am just chatting. So I'm going to do the other side of the room and I'm just going to stick you guys in a time lapse and then we'll move into the ensuite. Into the bathroom, and I just wanted to actually ask you guys, like, what sort of content do you enjoy seeing? Obviously I know a lot of people, sorry, this is the bathroom cleaner I'm using at the moment, it's the elbow grease. I just really enjoy using the mousse, it's just fun to use. I know a lot of people say they like the kind of voiceovers on the shorts, and would I be able to do that on kind of more of a long form video? My only sort of issue with that is I do struggle knowing sometimes what to say. Sometimes I kind of sit down to film a voiceover and I'm full of it, like I can't even get it into the time, and you know, I'm overrunning and I have to make the clips a bit longer so that I get everything I need to say in. Other times I sit down and I'm just like, I don't know what to talk about. I have no idea what interesting has happened in this video or happened in my life today. I've got nothing to chat about. So my only concern is, I don't know if I would necessarily be able to film a longer video and have enough to say to fill the time. So that's kind of why I think I might stick to doing kind of longer videos like this, kind of chatting as I go, because this way I don't really think about it, just whatever comes to mind comes out my mouth, and I think that's a little bit more kind of authentic. But yeah, apart from that kind of thing, what else does everyone want to see a bit more of? Do we like the vlogs? Do we like the longer cleaning videos? Do we like day in the lives? Do we like the what I eat? Like, what's the general gist? What is everyone enjoying? Just love this spray. I feel like if I got given £1 for every time I rave about how much I love this spray and this little kit, I would be a very rich woman, but there we go. The worst bit is, it's not even sponsored, I just rave about them because I genuinely love it. Like, I genuinely just enjoy their stuff. Has anyone else seen these before? If you have a partner with a beard, then you will know there is nothing worse than them cleaning their beard. I mean, I know I don't use this bathroom, but there's nothing worse than them cleaning their beard and that kind of like horrible beard stuff left in the sink. So I don't know if anyone's seen them. You kind of put a bib around their neck, hook them up here, and all the beard yuckiness falls in here. Really rate those, keeps the bathroom a lot tidier. We are cleaning in a very random order today. I'm not quite sure why I've moved on to the towel rail now, but this towel rail just always looks horrible. It gets so rusty, and I have like a rust rubber that I use, and it does work really well. But can you see it's like all starting to bobble and chip off down the edge of the towel rail? So it just looks so awful. I mean, I'm assuming what happens is that when Connor's using the sink, like I don't know what he's doing, like washing his face, I'm assuming that water gets splattered up here and it's starting to rust it. But I just assumed that a towel rail would be kind of like water resistant. But I don't know, the state of this towel rail, we're gonna have to change it. It's so damaged, like the paint is kind of really blistering on it. So I think we're going to end up going for like a chrome one, which I know people say are a nightmare to keep clean, but it doesn't blister like this. I've got the same towel rail in my bathroom, but my towel rail isn't next to my sink, so I think that makes a difference because it doesn't get water sprayed on it. So I'm guessing that's what the problem is. It's a very hard shower to film because it's like one of these cubicle showers in a corner. It's very tricky to get kind of in it without just blocking the camera. But now I have cleaned the shower and dried off the shower screen. I'm just quickly going over it all, of course, with the pink stuff glass cleaner, just to make sure it's all completely smear free. And then I am finally going to move on to the toilet. I just don't know why I've done this completely backwards. I normally do the toilet first. I mean, is there a proper order of what you should be cleaning your bathroom in? Because if there is, I feel like I've just completely done the opposite today. So yeah, I'm going to do the toilet next, and then we'll quickly mop the floors, and then I think we're done. is smelling beautiful. I just need to pop some towels in actually. I always forget to put the towels in. So towels, and actually I need to put a nicer shower gel in there for them too. The floor is just drying off. There we go, all completed. I now have the, honestly, should I show you what it looks like after I've done a clean? Okay, I'm gonna show you. This is what my landing looks like after I've done a clean. This is, oh, and the bathroom. So I now need to tidy this up. I feel like I've really exposed myself doing that, but I need to tidy that up now, which is gonna take me like another 10-15 minutes. I'd love to show you guys tomorrow my second hen do, but I'm just gonna be honest, I know I'm gonna completely forget to film anything. I just wanna be in the moment and enjoy it all. So I'm gonna just admit defeat and say that I'm not gonna end up filming. I know I won't, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. I say, let me know what you guys want to see from me. Obviously, Christmas is coming up. There's loads of really fun stuff we can get filming. So just let me know what you want to see on this channel. But I hope to see you again soon. Bye.